Hey YouTube, it's Soul Prime 13 with another plastic past and present. Last time we looked at the movie Scorponox. This time we're going to look at the Beast Wars Scorponox. So here we have the original Beast Wars reissue. This I got off Amazon recently, and he is quite a hefty boy. I believe he was classified as Mega Class? I don't remember. And I don't believe it said anywhere on the actual package. But I know very clearly that this is a Kingdom Deluxe Scorponok, and I'm hard pressed to say which one I prefer. Probably the Kingdom one, just because the gimmicks are still present, so to speak, but they're not spring-loaded stuff that's going to fly off into nothingness and disappear forever. His engineering is a little bit wonky, and he definitely has some loose joints, especially on his ball-jointed legs. But I do appreciate that they gave him, more joints and posability. But yeah, he still retains some of those gimmicks from the original toy. As you can see here, we have in his claw a little firing bee drone right here. It looks more like a fly, but apparently it is supposed to be a bee, and that just pegs in there. And we'll come over to the original, and as you can see, very much a bee. Buzz buzz. Sting you in the face. But yeah, so they kept that. And the plus side of the new one is you don't miss half a claw while that's going off. And he also still has, gotta just sort of show it here without shooting him, he does have 2 red missiles in his other claw, which were also still integrated as a little accessory piece. So, and if you wanted to, you could do a blast effect with those. To, if you have some of the bigger ones, you can make it look like they are in the process of firing. And as a collector, that I prefer that method of things because I don't like losing my missiles. I usually just take them out and put them in a baggie, which is what I'm going to do with this guy after this video is over, because he's going on the shelf. He's going to be for display. Obviously, one has a much beefier tail, with and this one is spring-loaded to sting. There we go, sting. But this one has several segmented joints and a few ball joints to get a similar stinging thing. It can't go quite as far forward, but it is definitely more proportionate. And due to the fact that it's not spring-loaded, you can make it curl up a little better and take up less space on the shelf. So I do appreciate that, because shelf space is an issue. Especially for someone who doesn't like to sell old figures. I like to hoard my figures, as it were. Obviously, he's got a lot more articulation, being a much newer figure, because I was still single digits years old when this guy came out. And this guy came out, I think, 3 or 4 years ago? I don't remember exactly how long it's been, but I know it was less. It was 5 or less. Pretty sure it was around 3. But very, very long period of time between the two. But yeah, I do really love that they kept the original gimmick aspects in there, like the fly and the missiles. Again, I do find his transformation engineering a little bit wonky. The first time I tried to transform him, I could not figure it out for the life of me. Yeah, I definitely had to use the instructions to figure this guy out. This guy, simple as heck, but he was also, made a very long time ago where engineering was a lot simpler. But yeah, overall, I am glad to have this reissue figure. I think he will be a great display piece, but as far as playability go, I am going to have to give it to the new Kingdom version. I do think they both are great figures. especially the older one being very much a product of his time. But I do not think he has aged poorly. Obviously, he is a lot simpler than our current version, but I think he aged gracefully, all things considered. His gimmicks are interesting. His transformation is fun, albeit simple, and he has some interesting gimmicks. And especially with the scorpion tail, that's very on brand. Given, I do think that that's a very cool figure. Yeah, this guy, I did get him on sale on Amazon. If you want to pick your own up, it's really easy to find him. He was under $20, and this would probably be closer to 30, maybe even higher now, considering he's not on store shelves anymore. So yeah, if you're looking to have a Beast Wars Scorponok, this will definitely be the easier one to get for the time being. But I do think this one overall has, the edge in pretty much everything, because he is the newer figure. He has improved drastically over the years. The only thing that I would really have to complain about would be, I wish he was bigger. But, that's really just, a more of a nitpick thing. Obviously, this guy is a different size class from a different time. We don't have... I know he's not Voyager, even though he looks to be around Voyager size. Here's a Earthrise Prime. But, yeah. I would say if this guy came out today, he'd probably be a Voyager. Yeah, if this guy could have been bigger, I think that would have been the only thing I would have liked better. But yeah, a really nice glow up. Again, the original figure I feel has aged fairly gracefully, all things considered. But the new one does, he keeps all of those little gimmicks that he is supposed to have, which it's been forever since I've seen Beast Wars. I need to go rewatch Beast Wars, but I assume those are things that he did in the show, hence why they're in the toys, both of them. But a lot of times they do try and integrate stuff that was toy only too, with these newer figures. But yeah, aside from this guy's wonky engineering, I do think that he wins out in pretty much every category. But that's really just a matter of, he's had like 20 something years to improve. So, it's gonna be a lot better. Usually when a figure isn't better, it's, something within like the last 10 years where they kind of cheaped out on something, or misassembled something, like the Gamer Edition Megatron. That one, I thought the original was still better, but that was like, I think 10 years ago that the original came out, and this is like at least 20. I think the reissues were the 25th anniversary of Beast Wars. I could be wrong, but I know it's at least 20 years difference. So all things considered, they're still both solid figures for what they are. Yeah, if you're a collector of more vintage stuff, or you're looking for something that has a little more shelf presence, I do think that the original one would be a good way to go. But as far as an actual playable toy, I think this one has all the bells and whistles you would want. He's got, articulation, he's got the features, and he still looks good in both modes. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling from me. That is just my quick look at the Beast Wars era Scorponoks. So, yeah, I think that'll be it from me. I think the only other Scorponok I would have to do is G1, but I don't have the original G1 Scorponok. I technically don't have the Titan Scorponok either, but he is getting a reissue, so we'll be solving that problem. Yeah, I think that's all there is to say. So I will bid you all adieu. Have a good day. And this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.